Welcome to City Happenings. I'm Mayor David Black. Winter Wonderland happens Saturday, November 26th. You'll hear from the Papillion Community Foundation director. And the Sump Library takes advantage of new technology that offers some appealing options. And another year for D.A.R.E. Same school, same topic, yet different personalities. Here's City Happenings for the week of November 21st.
Thanks, Mayor Black. It's time for the city's annual Winter Wonderland and Holiday Lighting Ceremony.
Well, we definitely want it to feel like it's a grand and magical production, but we also don't want it to feel overly commercialized or too big so that people don't still recognize that it's a small town. I think it really helps having the businesses participate and having the downtown open, and it feels like a small town because it is then. So it's a great event. We're excited. We're doing something just a little bit different this year. We're going to have a stage, and so that Mayor Black will be able to do a little bit more, not necessarily formal presentation, but a maybe more visible presentation. We've got the Pac Band brass that's going to play some Christmas carols, and we've got we're just caroling and lots of fun characters this year that we're going to have wandering through the event. We are giving away glow necklaces for kids this year, which I think will be very fun and create a festive atmosphere. And of course we have our new office, and that will be open. We're going to be doing tattoos for kids in our office. We're going to have live reindeer this year. It's going to be a great photo opportunity for families. The reindeer have a sleigh, and so they're hooked up to the sleigh. Families can take a picture. Jamie Lynn's Photography is going to help us out with some photography of the event. Everything is free of charge. We are having the carriage rides again. We have 4 carriages lined up, so they'll be up by City Hall and people can ride the carriages. We have hot chocolate and popcorn. We had a generous donation from Sac Federal Credit Union to help us provide those things. We'll be having our bonfire, except we're going to do 3 smaller bonfires this year, so we're excited about that. And Santa, of course, will be in the Portal School. The Solder House will be open.
The Sump Library has a new service that makes newspapers from all over the country available to library card holders.
This is a digital newspaper collection, and it allows us to have many more newspapers available to people in this community than we could before in a print form. Because if we had to buy all these subscriptions and have all these newspapers, we wouldn't have the space, and we certainly wouldn't have the money. Part of what drove the library to this was that our Lincoln Journal-Star subscription rate doubled this year, and we do still have the print Lincoln Journal-Star, but it also made the digital newspaper collection look a lot more feasible to us financially. So we did go ahead and purchase this. It's a big collection of newspapers from not only Nebraska, but there's Iowa newspapers, and then there's also newspapers nationwide. Within Nebraska, there's the Columbus paper, North Platte paper. There's about 12 to 15 newspapers in the state of Nebraska that you can browse, you can search. They're archived. You can look at obituaries. You can look at news. It's just a really good service that we think our patrons here are really going to enjoy. We have a lot of people here who have moved in from other areas of the country. We have military people here, or just people that have transferred in to the Omaha area that might have a route somewhere else in the country. You can go back and actually look at the newspaper if it's on our database on a regular basis. And the news may be a little old. You're not going to see today's newspaper because they do have to scan it in and type it in, but you'll see it within a couple of days. Omaha World Herald, you'll see within I think it's 2 days is the lag time on that. The Papillion Times is also one of the newspapers that's in there. So we're really excited to be able to offer this to people here in this community. You don't even have to come into the library. You can actually use your library card number to access this collection at home. So it's not like you have to come in and actually physically get the paper off the shelf anymore. You can do this from your kitchen, from your bedroom, wherever you like to sit and read the paper. You can open your laptop or your tablet and read it right there.
Every school year, our D.A.R.E. officers prepare for new students. Now the message is the same, and the schools don't change, but it's always new territory.
You know, every school does have its own personality, and you break that down to every classroom has a personality, and that personality of that classroom normally comes from that classroom teacher. So you get used to the same teachers year after year. You already know what that personality is basically going to be like, and then you get new teachers or new principals. At Hickory this year, for me anyway, there's a new principal over there, Mr. Snyder, real young guy. I think I have a son older than him. So it's just, you know, I'm the old guy coming in, and it's just these kids look to me like, aren't you still in college or something? And he's been teaching for several years. So, you know, the older you get, the younger they look, but real nice guy, excited for him to be there. I think he's going to have a lot of fun. And I also have a new classroom teacher over there this year, Mr. Bohonic, and another fairly young fella. And I like that. I like coming in. I like being the old guy, I guess sometimes. There's a few advantages and disadvantages of that, but he looks like a real upbeat guy. I've met him and talked to him a little bit, and I think we're going to have a really good time. You know, I try to be on my game every day. Regardless who the teacher is, if they've seen me in their classroom 100 times or the first day in, I try to stay on my game. I don't ever want to go in and walk back out and the teacher, boy, you know, he just wasn't there today. He didn't quite have it today. And so I take a lot of pride in trying to be that guy that when I come through the door, it's the same. I'm the same guy every day, and because I try to be me. And I think that's the message I try to send the kids, is just be yourself instead of trying to be on or to be something that you're not. So I go in there and just be myself, and then I don't have to worry about whether I'm living up to some standard that somebody may have set.
We want to remind you of the Community Foundation's holiday luncheon set for Saturday, December 3rd. Find out more on Papillion or go to the city's website. Please take advantage and support all of our events. For more about Papillion, go to www.papillion.org or just call the Mayor's Hotline at 402-827-1111. Thanks for watching.
Come out to Winter Wonderland. It happens in front of City Hall, 122 East 3rd Street on Saturday, November 26th from 5 to 9 p.m. There's live music, hot chocolate, freshly popped popcorn, free carriage rides, and Santa and Mrs. Claus. Mayor David Black turns on the lights at 6. Enjoy stories with Mrs. Claus at Sump Memorial Library. Downtown stores have extended their hours and will have special activities. Winter Wonderland, a Papillion tradition you won't want to miss.